There is a version of you that exists in the room. The one who walks in, sits down, and before you say a single word, people lean forward. They adjust their posture. They pay attention. That version of you is not a mystery. It was built over years. Through hard conversations, through problems you solved that nobody else could solve, through the kind of judgment that only comes from doing the work long enough to understand what the work actually costs when it goes wrong. But here is what I keep seeing. That version of you, the one people trust completely when you are in the room, is almost entirely invisible online. And I do not mean you have a bad website or a weak LinkedIn profile. I mean the signal you carry in person, the weight of your perspective, the clarity of how you think. None of that is translating into what people see when they find you before you ever meet them. Most professionals with 10, 15, 20 years of real experience have tried to fix this. They have stared at blank screens. They have typed something, read it back, decided it sounded wrong, and closed the laptop. Not because they do not have anything to say, because everything they know feels too complex to compress into a post, and everything that feels simple enough to post feels too thin to actually represent what they know. That tension is real, and it is not a creativity problem. It is a structure problem. When you do not have a method for translating expertise into content, you default to either silence or imitation. You either say nothing, or you try to sound like the people you see posting, and neither one works for someone who has built a reputation on precision and depth. What actually works is starting with a signal, something you have genuinely observed, something you noticed this week that most people in your industry are either missing or misreading. Not a tip, not a trend, a real observation from someone who has been inside this long enough to see the pattern. That is where authority content begins. Not with a hook, not with a strategy, with something true. If you are a professional who is trusted completely in direct conversation, but nearly invisible online, that gap is the work. And it is exactly the work Ironclad was built to do.